Welcome to Tech in the Car. I'm Oliver. This is the Polestar 2. Now, let me tell you a bit of history about Polestar. Polestar is based in Gothenburg. It was originally the performance division of Volvo, and then when Volvo was acquired in 2010, in a pivot, they changed it into their EV brand. So Polestar makes EVs, and this is the Polestar 2, which is a really exciting EV. Now, this car has a lot of really cool features, and it is really one of the best EVs that you can get. There are a few different trims of the Polestar 2. The standard range single motor starts at £49,500 a month, and that comes to about £424 a month on a lease according to Polestar. This car is the dual motor long range, which costs £54,054. It has the Pilot Light Pack, which includes all the driver assistance technology such as lane keeping assist and the 360 camera. It also has a Plus Pack, which includes the panoramic sunroof, electric seats in the front and the back, and motorized seats in the front as well. And those features add to it. And this car has 408 horsepower and over 600 Newton meters of torque. In fact, you can see there's a sticker on the side here which says 300 kilowatts of power, which is 408 horsepower, and the battery size, which is 78 kilowatt hours. So this car is almost a top spec. There are two other ways to get a slightly high performance version of this car. Actually, three other ways. The first way is you can get a software update to this car, which will take it up to 469 horsepower and over 680 Newton meters of torque. And that will also come with some new stickers, which say 350 kilowatts and also a badge on the front, which is new. Or you can get the performance pack, which is an extra £6,000 on top of the dual motor version. And that will include new springs, gold brake caliper, 20-inch wheels, and a few other things, including the extra performance from the software. And then lastly, Polestar just literally announced a special limited edition 270 cars, which has even more power and is even more sporty and costs around £69,000. So there are a few options starting from 49, going up to top spec 69. Let's talk a bit about design. 19-inch wheels, really cool alloy wheels. 20 inches are also available. This is Snow, which is the white crystal metallic color. It looks very nice. Magnesium is a free color. There are another 5 colors, which are all £900 extra. We've got frameless mirrors, which are really cool. This has got the blind spot assist because, like I said, it's got the Pilot Light Pack. We've got a sort of side sill, which is matte black. You can see here we've got quite bulky handles, I have to be honest. And the other thing too you might notice is this car sits quite high up. Polestar calls this a fastback. It's not quite a hatchback. It's not quite an SUV. It sits in the same kind of place as the Kia EV6, the Hyundai Ioniq 5, and the Genesis GV60. This is our charging port. It's a standard charging port. It's not motorized, but it is on this side. And as we come to the back, we've got this cool wraparound light bar as well. We've got the black surrounds as well around the windows, the frames. You can have that in chrome if you want. And then, like I said, this car has a plus pack to it. It's got the panoramic glass sunroof, which is very cool. And it's really nice on the interior with this glass sunroof. Here at the front, we have the Polestar logo. We've got this matte black grille, which also has the adaptive cruise sensor and the 360 camera, which I love, a 360 camera. This is a very cubic design for the grille. If you buy the software update or get the performance pack cars, they have a little badge which you can stick on there, which if you buy the software update, they send you in the post, which I think is kind of cool. These are Thor's Hammer's daytime running lights, full LED, really bright, really good at night. They've got some air vents down here. We've got kind of a bulge in the bonnet as well, which kind of looks a bit like a Thor's Hammer as well. Very interesting at the front here. You can see also we've got a nice big windscreen. Visibility in this car is really good at the front. The back, however, is a bit pinched, which you'll see in a second. What about rear design of the Polestar 2? We've got this cool light bar which runs all the way along the bottom. We've got a contrast lower section as well. But what's cool about this, of course, is we've got our kick style opening for the rear, which is motorized. This is a fastback design, Polestar calls it, and we've got 405 litres of space back here, plus the seats go down, and we've got hooks and tether points too, so there's a lot of space back here. And the floor can lift up as well, there's a bit more space under here too, and we have a frunk in the front, which I'm going to show you. There's also a 12-volt back here too. One thing Polestar does, which is really good, is with every Polestar 2 which you buy online, just so you're aware, you get 3 years servicing, 3 years warranty and 3 years software updates included in the price. Now, EVs generally don't need much in terms of servicing, but it's great to have that included. It's an extra bonus for getting one of these cars to know you have that support. and it comes with the car. Here inside the Polestar 2, we've got that really high quality interior that you really want in any car. We've got a fantastically chunky steering wheel with really easy to use controls. On the left, we have our car assistance controls, very easy to use. And on the right, we have our media controls, which uses Android Automotive. Talking about Android Automotive, we've got this fantastic large screen here with access to the Play Store, Google Maps, Spotify, Pocket Casts, whatever you want is all here. We've got Android on this car and it will get updates. We've also got an amazingly clear and easy to use digital driver display, which also displays Google Maps, which is everything you could want in a car. You won't get lost. And Polestar have said CarPlay is coming too, so you can plug in your iPhone and use that if you want to, although Android Automotive is fantastic and I don't see why you would even need to plug in your iPhone into an Android Automotive car, but that option will be there. We've got this gear shifter, which has got a lit up Polestar logo, which is nice, park button, and we've got our media controls and our demisting and hazard buttons. We've got one cup holder here. We've got another cup holder inside this little cubby hole, which also has extra space. We do have wireless charging. There are two covered USB Type-C ports here as well, which is very interesting that they're covered. That's unusual. We've got our glove compartment, which has plenty of space in it as well. And we've got the booklet for the car, which is there, which is an interesting place to put it. And inside this car, it's very sustainable. Polestar are all about sustainability, so all the materials inside are sustainable. They're aiming for 2030 to be producing cars which are net carbon zero in emissions, because right now producing electric cars and any cars requires a lot of carbon, and batteries use even more, which brings us to the second thing they're trying to do, which is make sure that they can either repurpose, refurbish, or replace batteries to solve the harm to the environment from batteries. And lastly, like I said, everything in the car should be sustainable. This car has the Plus Pack, which gives us this panoramic glass roof, which is beautiful, the projected Polestar logo. We also have this wood finish, which I love on the interior. And we also have the Pilot Light Pack, which includes all the driver assistance technology. In other parts of the world, there is a Pilot Pro Pack, but that's not available in the UK. So we miss out on automatic parking on the car, but everything else is here. It's just a really nice, high quality material. These seats are very comfortable, electric, heated, adjustable, really nice. Overall, the quality is amazing. I love the frameless mirrors here. They look very cool, although they do concern me. If somebody were to hit the mirrors, they would be totally smashed up, but they look really good. So fantastic interior. Here in the back of the Polestar 2, it is very comfortable. I have plenty of space for my feet underneath this seat. I've got plenty of space for my legs. This is the driving position. I'm 178. I've got a ton of space over my head. This panoramic glass roof is amazing. I can see the Polestar logo projected there from this angle. It's just very spacious back. We've got hooks at the back here for you to hang up your coat. We've got space in the doors here. We've also got a pull down section here where I can have two cup holders, and this is actually a pass through as well, so I can pull the whole thing down if I want to put skis or something through here. I'm really impressed with how much space there is back here. The only other car which has impressed me with rear space as much probably is the Lucid Air, and that was a different car, a much bigger car as it is, but that's the only other car I've got in the back, and I felt really impressed. If I had one minor criticism, it would be that I feel like I'm sitting pretty upright and my feet feel a bit higher than I want them to be, but other than that, it's great. One interesting thing though about this car, which is unusual, is there is a tunnel here. This is obviously not a tunnel for the transmission. This must be where batteries are going underneath there, but interesting. We've also got these really nice finished plastic vents here, which aren't metal, but they feel like metal. I think maybe the actual switches are metal because they feel cold to the touch. And we've got a USB and we've got our heated seat controls down there as well. Welcome inside the Polestar 2. So this is the dual motor, so all-wheel drive, long-range model. This car has around 250 miles of WLTP range, and this car has 408 horsepower and a lot of torque, and this is a very fast car. It really does move. Now, one of the things about electric cars, which lots of people don't realize, especially when you have a powerful electric car like this car is that when you put your foot down, it really does go. But it's not the fact that it's fast, which actually is the interesting fact here, is the fact that it doesn't make any noise. If you go in a fast performance car that isn't an EV, you get the engine build up and the noise and the crescendo, and you know that you're going fast. So the kick in the back is not a surprise, it's expected. In one of these, it's a surprise. So what it is the kick in the backside without you actually expecting it. The fact that you just put your foot down and silently you just go. That's what gets you with electric cars. And when you have a lot of torque and a lot of power, it's quite something. Now, in terms of how this car is to drive, well, you know, Polestar believe in making a car which is good for the environment, which is sustainable, and this car is definitely that. They're also looking at making sure the batteries are either refurbishable or able to be replaced so that we don't have waste from batteries. And they also want to make sure that their cars are net neutral zero when produced from the factory by 2030, because all cars require carbon to be built, to be made, and batteries as well. So Polestar is all about the environment. This car aspect is about £54,000, and it's got the Plus pack, which gives us the beautiful panoramic glass roof. It also has the Pilot Light pack, which has the driver assistance. And what I do like about this car, just the same as I liked about the Volvo XC40 Recharge Twin Pro that I drove, is that there aren't any modes in EV. It's just EV. You don't have a economy mode or range mode or power mode or sports mode. It's just, it goes, just like Tesla in fact as well. The Pilot Pro that I've got on here is great. When I turn it on, Pilot Assist, it works brilliantly. It's really good, very easy to understand how it works. And with Google Maps on the screen here, you can see exactly where you are, where you're going. Really enjoyable. There's a lot of space back there. There's a really good Harman Kardon sound system as well, which I really like. And at a time now when petrol is so expensive, having an EV makes so much sense. It really does. You shouldn't forget that with EVs, as long as you can plug your car in at home, every day you'll start your car with a full charge and you don't have to go to the petrol station. And if you take a longer trip somewhere further away, have a break for 30-40 minutes, which you'd probably have anyway because you'll be tired, and then you'll get your car charged back up again up to 80% in around 20 minutes. So it's really good like that. This model, actually being the long range dual motor, can also get a software upgrade which will give it more power, more performance, and Polestar will even send you stickers, new stickers, because on the side of the car it has a power and the battery size. Well, they'll send you new stickers and a little badge to go on the front as well. That's pretty cool. Electric cars are unique in getting speed updates through software updates, and it's really interesting the way they do that and how it works. I think that's great. And I think, in all honesty, a perfect two-car garage would be one EV and one petrol car. The petrol car for the petrol head lover that wants to take their car out and wants a bit of vroom, and then an EV for everything else, because it doesn't make sense in cities, in towns like in London here, to drive a petrol car which is going to cost you tons. So this is a fantastic car. What's my tech in the car score? This car is a fantastically comfortable car to drive, so I get 4 out of 5 for comfort. For economy efficiency, 5 out of 5. It's an EV, it's brilliant. It's got decent range as well, over 200 miles, which is really good, at the higher end towards the 300-mile mark. In terms of driver assistance, I give it 5 out of 5 as well, because it has everything. In terms of parking, 4 out of 5. Doesn't park itself with this spec. This is a really good car, and I would definitely recommend you check one out at one of the Polestar spaces, wherever they may be in your country. And don't forget, it's got Android Automotive, which is brilliant inside for the infotainment as well. Please check out my other video where I drove the Polestar 2 years ago. I've also got a ton of other videos on EVs, so check those out as well. Please give me a like and subscribe for more. Thank you very much.